Mbappe going on a vacation with his girlfriend isn't an offense because some Real Madrid fans are coming out and saying that he won't have done that, knowing fully well that the club is in a very bad state right now and is going on vacation instead of him to stay calm and also reflect on the situation around the club. Do you think he did anything bad by going on a vacation and publishing it on social media? And some of them are calling for him to leave the club.
Oh, things are happening in football that's unnecessary, in my own opinion. And the funniest aspect is that I will always give you my own opinion about things. If you don't like it that way, yes. The truth of the matter is, the first question we should ask ourselves is, what is really going on at Real Madrid? What is really happening at Real Madrid? Is the club scattering? Let me use that word. Is the club dying? It's just this season. Okay, let's find Madrid is trophyless this season, which is unusual. And what position are they at the table? Second position, which has happened so many times. You cannot pinpoint the fact that, okay, you want to say Mbappe is your problem. Mbappe is not your problem. Secondly, was he fit for that game? Was he in the match? The team for that particular match. If he was not, or probably if he was out on injury, you cannot dictate what he will do with his time. Other players do it. They travel with their family. They travel with their girlfriends. Let me put it that way. They go on vacation. So I don't know what it should be agitating football fans or Real Madrid fans in this case.
I think the social media thing. That is what is triggering them.
You see, this social media of a thing. That means football players should not be on social media. Let's put it that way. Or there should be a clause in their contract that controls them or prohibits them from posting some certain things on their social media. If not, my page is my page. If I cannot post my vacation with my girlfriend,
so you're not seeing this act of disrespect from Mbappe?
No.
I think he disrespected the club.
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. In what way did he disrespect the club? Because the first thing I asked is that, what is Real Madrid going through that they have not gone through before? Tell me now. Is this their first trophyless season? Is it the first time they are taking second? And is Mbappe the problem, or is it the reason for Real Madrid not getting to this level? Did somebody die at Real Madrid? Did they lose any player? Did they lose any staff? The guy is not part of the squad for that particular match, and he decided to spend his time with his girlfriend, post his video or picture or whatever in his own page, not the Real Madrid page. So why are people angry and agitated for reasons that are not necessary? No, if you can convince me otherwise. If you think otherwise, you convince me on the comment section, because the drama in football is too much these days. Fans getting angry. Yes, I know that Real Madrid fans are not happy for what is happening at the club based on the trophyless season and blah blah blah, all kinds of things. Why are you transferring your frustration and aggression to a player? Because it's just one player. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think Big Dave has made a major point, but let me just put this on to the people. Just as Big Dave said, Mbappe is not the problem of Real Madrid. For me, I feel the problem of Real Madrid is the drop of standard. Now, if you're looking at the Real Madrid squad, from their defense, the midfield, down to the attack, how do you compare the level of standard of this current Real Madrid with the level of standard of Real Madrid of 5 years, 6 years, 7 years ago, where we had the likes of Ronaldo, Benzema, you had Bale, you had Toni Kroos, you had Casemiro, you had Modric, you had Cavaja, a fully formed Cavaja, you have Ramos, you have Varane, you have Marcelo. So let's take that comparison. So what are you expecting? Now I think the coach Abiola or Abebri, I don't know the correct pronunciation of that his name. Now he was being interviewed, and he also expressed a level of frustration that what is happening in Real Madrid is that they have a lot of talent. That this is Real Madrid. Real Madrid needs beyond talent. Modric was never a talent, but the experience was there. There was no you know see you will not look at a player like Modric or Toni Kroos and say this guy get talent too. But when you need that player that builds your game for you with so much level of experience and intensity, looking at the midfield of Real Madrid, you will be excited with the kind of players you see. Not much talent as of then, a lot of experience, and they were excelling. Now aligning this to Mbappe, I feel Mbappe is even one of the major plus of Real Madrid. Plus, that is, he is one of the major helper of the Real Madrid squad. Yes, even though some people will say that the season before Mbappe came, that Real Madrid won the Champions League, Mbappe was not there. They just played. They played with the like of Vinicius, Rodrigo, and some of the other players again. But for me, I feel that Mbappe has been one of their major helpers lately, especially this season. Despite the injuries, I've watched him in several games, even in the Champions League. I've watched him.
Sometimes he even risks
exactly
like when he has an international duty to carry out.
exactly.
Come on, man.
So Mbappe has been one of their major drive and force. And now, this player, you know that lately he has been struggling with injury. I can bet you with my futures that most of the times that Mbappe is being featured into the Real Madrid game, especially in the Champions League, he is not fully fit. But they will say, there is no other option. We need to bring this man back to the squad. Like the coach said that any player that has a free time can do anything he wants.
Let me even read that. But I'm quoting him. Mbappe in Italy with his girlfriend. In his free time, any player can do what he wants. I won't get involved.
Exactly.
These are things that happened. Mbappe is not the first person.
The problem of Real Madrid now is not even about Mbappe and this noise we are hearing. The problem of Real Madrid is the drop of standard. Real Madrid are not getting the standard of players as they should get. Or will I say for now, I assume that they are building a level of standard with this set of players.
For me, Real Madrid has always been known to always get already made players.
Yes.
This is what has kept. Yes, I know that they have talent, just like the coach said, but they are used to always getting already made players. That is why they are always at the top. And already made coaches too.
Exactly.
This is just like he's very, very correct. The standard has dropped. Look at the coach they went to pick from. Xabi Alonso. Yes, people said he went unbeaten for Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. I was not really convinced. I said, Xabi Alonso, I will not even gamble on him to take over Chelsea. Currently now, people are even talking about him being one of the candidates for the Chelsea job. I don't buy into that. Talk less of a club like Real Madrid. I wasn't buying into it. So when you say the standard has dropped, you are very, very correct. I think the fans are channeling their frustration to Mbappe.
Exactly.
But that is not the real reason for their anger. That's just it.
And again, let me try to relate this. You know, I've seen so many blog and posts about the attacking force of Paris Saint-Germain when we had Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. And currently, they are just having Dembele, Desiree, Kvaratskhelia, and they are winning trophies with this set of players. Like they won the Champions League, and they are the way things are going, they are likely to win another Champions League.
And the funniest part, Dembele even won
the Ballon d'Or.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Now, for me, I feel that people should get this in very clear.
They are making it look as if Mbappe is the bad.
Exactly. Mbappe is the bad luck, and it was making.
Give me. Shabina bad luck. Give and carry and conscience. What kind of
Mbappe?
Sure. Sure.
The Real Madrid fans say make.
They say we want sell him, but if you want push person come for a club, you go reduce the price now. So at least people go.
Exactly.
At least with 180 million, you should be able to buy Mbappe. With the way Real Madrid fans are pushing him.
I don't say it will give problem
to whom? To who? Who
be the love guy? Don't even call that name for you.
Oh my, give me. No one and give me.
No.
It won't. Japeto will still have a chance to play. Definitely. See, the truth is that Mbappe has gotten to a point where he's injury prone. Let's put it that way. You're not buying Mbappe to come and be playing all the games for you. Let's be honest with ourselves. He has gotten.
If you're bringing him to Chelsea, you're not buying to come and play all the games for you.
If he's fit, why not? But there is no way Mbappe will play all the games at Chelsea. It's not possible. It's the Premier League. The intensity is there, and Chelsea plays all competitions. So Japeto will surely have his time. After all, with the whole nonsense the Lap has been playing this season, the Lap has had his own time. He has had so many appearances. Give me. In Wike's voice, give me.
All right, let's bring us some comparison here because we have to spice things up right now. You remember? I don't know if one of you heard about the news about Chelsea looking at or monitoring this guy Anthony Gordons of Newcastle. Remember, Chelsea wants to bring in a left winger that can also navigate an attacking midfielder. And they are looking at also letting go of Garnacho because they are not really impressed with what I'm hearing. They are not really impressed with what Garnacho has been doing so far. But when I talked about the Anthony Gordon's stuff on this podcast, somebody made a comment and said that he will prefer Ndiaye of Everton to Anthony Gordon's. So I'm dropping this here. Will you pick Ndiaye over Anthony Gordon's for Chelsea?
For me, I feel one is a more technical player and one is a more direct with an instilled level of accuracy. Now, for me, I feel that Ndiaye is a technical player, but when it comes to Gordon's, the speed, the accuracy, that's one thing you must always consider. So, if I'm to pick between these two players, for sure, I always pick Gordon. Reason being, Gordon has functioned in Newcastle as a left winger, which he did very well. Also functioned as a 10 when they had to drop Watamade he also functioned as a 9 when they had to drop Watamade to be playing as an attacking midfielder. So, and again, in every of this position, you find this player to be very, very instrumental. Now, one thing about Chelsea. Yes, I also believe that Ndiaye can play as a 10, but Ndiaye cannot really give you that spice. You understand? That 10 vibes. But talking in aspect of playing, coming from the wing, I think Ndiaye is perfect. But I feel that Gordon has more versatility than him in terms of playing as a left winger, also playing as a striker, because sometimes you need more pressure in the game. You need to change the setting. If you are functioning with 4-2-3-1 and it's not working, you then have to change it to 4-4-2. And placing the like of Gordon and João Pedro in your attacking line, it's a very smart setup. So for me, I think I'll go with Gordon. But Ndiaye is a brilliant player. I will not despise that.
Yeah, you have a very valid point, but I slightly disagree.
Okay.
For me, I will pick Iliman Ndiaye because when you talk about the wingers that we need at Chelsea, you need to ask yourself a question: what are we lacking in that left wing? That's the first question. Garnacho has speed. That pace Garnacho get down. One of the biggest issues we had with Garnacho, or should I say the left wing in general, was the lack of our players being able to beat their man, dribble past their man, and create chances. Iliman Ndiaye is that player. Yes, but I agree with his description of Gordon's. Gordon's for me is more of, just like you said, a direct kind of winger. He takes up space and is much more accurate. Ndiaye is more of a dribbler, just like Doku. He can dribble and find spaces. He can also finish very well. Look at the goal he scored against Chelsea. Massive goal. Quality goal. I'm just using that instance.
Yeah.
And I just feel that that's what we need at Chelsea. And you can't really pinpoint and say Ndiaye cannot be versatile. I think if he's given the opportunity with a good coach, he can be able to still play that number 10 position very well, in my own opinion. But I'm looking at one of our biggest issues this season was that left winger being able to beat their man, cut the ball inside, if possible give a pass or be as much as creative, or you shoot. Garnacho was not doing that. Gittins was not doing that. Neto, when being played at the wing, was not doing that. So, if I was to pick between these two players, it's going to be easy for me. Iliman Ndiaye is a very, very underrated player. Less pressure on him. If you want to sign Anthony Gordon, think about, he's an English player, obviously. Look at the price tag they will put on him first of all. If you should get Ndiaye, I don't think you will get him from that much money, and the pressure will not be much on him. So, my pick is.
But I feel Gordon is also a kind of dribbler.
It's not compared to Iliman.
Yeah. I know. Ndiaye is very good when it comes to 1v1. I know that.
All right. Another conversation, another talk over here. I want to bring in Bruno Fernandes.
Okay.
Do you think Bruno Fernandes, with what he has done so far this season, the number of assists and everything, do you think he stands a chance of winning the Premier League Player of this season? And also, do you think Enzo Fernandez can be in the competition race with Bruno Fernandes if we are to compare the both of them
How?
This season.
How?
this season?
Which competition? What are they competing for?
To compare the both of them.
Compare how? How?
Like,
Why?
Like, can you compare so far? So
Performance.
most Chelsea fans will tell you that Enzo Fernandez' best season is this season.
Okay, in terms
Like,
of
goals
the
and assists.
stats, yeah.
It go to Bruno Fernandes. His best performing season has been this season. It's not that he has not been performing, but this season was fantastic. Down to the point he's been considered to win the Premier League Player of the Season. So can you compare?
Well, you
Can
see,
you compare?
Bruno and
Yes.
Enzo. Well, let us handle that one first. We understand Bruno and Enzo comparison. See the issue in football. Best way bring out this stats of it. Stats are misleading. I'm not going to lie. Yes, it shows that a player is for me. I felt like stats was more of a striker's team before.
Exactly.
When you
exactly.
say when you want to compare a striker with another striker, they say what's the main job of a striker? To score goals, and people bring up the stats of the goals that striker has scored ahead of the other person you are comparing with. But when you bring people say bring that
stats for midfielders.
And yesterday, yes, I know there was a bit of argument. It's close though. People are talking about Pedri. Sorry, I'm using. You're talking about Enzo and Bruno now, but people talked about Pedri and Bruno Fernandes. It is the comparison is close, but people said look at Pedri's best season at Barcelona. They now brought his stats 10 goals, 10 GAs, 15 GAs thereabout, or I don't know. But I know it was not up to 20. It's not up to Bruno's GA this season. And somebody said, Bruno is better than Pedri. And I laughed. There is what you watch. The eyes is watching. By right, with that stats, that GA that Pedri has, it's not supposed to be in the conversation. But why is it in the conversation? Because you see the quality when he plays. It's not all about the assist. It's not all about the scoring of goals as a midfielder. You see what he does on the pitch. You see what Vitinha does on the pitch. These people are not the people that you expect them to give you 28 assists in a season. But they are there. They are always starting the matches because of what the quality they give inside the pitch. So when you talk about Enzo and Bruno Fernandes, for me, there is no comparison there. Yes, Enzo is having a very good season in terms of goals and assists he has been making. But as a midfielder, your primary duty, you don't have Enzo does not have anything ahead of Bruno Fernandes this season. Let's us be honest with ourselves. Yes, he has scored goals. He has done very well for himself. Then you also have to talk about when you talk about now. Let's go into the Bruno Fernandes discussion of being player of the season. It cannot be possible because at the end of the day, people look at what have you achieved with your club. You need to look at that thing too. So you cannot bring it back, draw it back to the Bruno and Enzo talk. Bruno was able to carry Manchester United at least from a position where they were during the start of the season. Now they are third, qualified for the Champions League. It's a very big achievement. What has Enzo done for Chelsea in the Premier League? Oh,
He has scored. He was the one that scored the goal that he won against Leeds.
that was FA Cup now. You're talking about Premier League. It's not what you're comparing.
So what has Enzo done for Chelsea now?
No, you have to be honest with ourselves. That's another thing. And that's why Bruno cannot also be the player of the season in Premier League, because if Man City should win the title, you'll be talking about people like Semenyo, Cheki, or Haaland. If Arsenal should win the title, you'll be talking about people like Raya, Gabriel, Declan Rice. Or no, not Saka, no. So that is just, I don't know if I've answered. I don't know if I answered very well for you guys.
So you are saying that
Bruno cannot be the player of the season in the Premier League, and
also
he's also better than Enzo Fernandez. He can't compare.
Yeah.
Let me start by saying this. There are people that assist.
Okay.
There are people that assist. You get? Not every... See, I love what you said about people that open the game. Those kind of players like Vitinha, Pedri. Forgive me, I'm bringing those players in here.
Yeah, sure.
When you're talking about a midfielder, for me, I don't feel that the major work of a midfielder is even to give assist. It's to open the play for the attackers. to open the play for the attackers. That is the major work of the midfielders, to open the play for the attackers. You look at Pedri carrying the ball from the back, creating spaces for everybody to open. You look at Bruno Fernandes detecting his players from like unimaginable things. You just see them exploring. And we'll be talking about players that give quality to their team, that can carry a team from nowhere to somewhere, that can stand in a team that will fight to the end. Back to back, their influence, consistency. See, for even making that comparison, if you need to be arrested. You need to be arrested.
See,
the difference, the answer of this is just consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency is just the answer. Can you compare the consistency of Bruno Fernandes?
It's not even, for me, it's not even only about consistency. It's what we watch with the eye, bro. If they watch, go watch an average Enzo match, then watch a Bruno Fernandes match. Then come back and tell me.
Now, okay, if you tell somebody we watch for eye, now some games if you watch waiting Enzo they play, Enzo will feel your play well. He go interest you, he go excite you. Say, wow, Enzo, look at what Enzo is doing. Chelsea fans will not be like, when they talk about Enzo, no get sense. You need to see Enzo they play against Wolf. You need to see Enzo they do ya. But now that performance that Enzo is giving to you against Wolf, can he replicate that performance when he meets Manchester City? Can he replicate that same performance when he meets Arsenal? But look at Bruno. Bruno meets Man City, he humble them. Bruno meets Liverpool, humble them. Anybody Bruno meets, Arsenal, humble them. Chelsea, humble them. Like the consistency alone, and this is not just a season consistency, more than 2 seasons consistency. Because even when Man was struggling last season,
Bruno was just.
It was just that Bruno.
I see. I don't know. Now that we are talking about Bruno Fernandes, something just came into my mind. It's still close.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne and Bruno Fernandes. Do you think if Bruno Fernandes was to be in that Man City's team, that Kevin De Bruyne won almost, I think, 4 Premier League titles.
Yeah.
If Bruno Fernandes was to be in that team, don't you think he would have been better than KDB? It's just a question to throw out. Because just like he said, in a very, very poor Man U, a struggling Manchester United, Bruno stood out. People were seeing it. People were watching that Bruno Fernandes is the person carrying Manchester United in their struggling times. Imagine that same player in that Man City's winning squad under Pep Guardiola. Would you not say, yes, I know the Premier League titles, he does not have it? Would you say he's a bigger legend in the EPL than Kevin De Bruyne? He's on course to break the assist record for the Premier League this season. He's on course to do that now. There's 5 games left. I feel saying feed one.
Okay. I guess we'll end it here. You can drop your comments. Thank you very much. I remain your humble boy Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
My name is Gifto.
Don't forget to like, share, and
subscribe.